And then go.
Yeah, so he's got his deck of.
Yeah,
so I've sent him the link to this.
I moved to all of them.
So we basically need a series of tabs on there.
Even that, because that first one I can get rid of, because it's literally just.
no, but I think it's the loop. It's the loop background music. But if you've got,
Yeah, turn it off for a minute. Yeah.
Just gonna get the.
That's all next.
I understand about the first one. I can leave the first one,
yeah.
like, because that's more. That's more. But that. You think that's going to pick up? Do you think? Yeah. Because could we remove it in post program? Can't. And if there's no separate channels or anything like that, we'll record it in here.
I would leave it there, leave it running for a short time, and then just fade it out.
But it's in between the questions, you see. As it goes, and it's just when they're deliberating over the questions, and then they give a quick answer. Then it's.
Go on then. If it triggers content matching.
Have you?
Because it's supposedly in the break, it's in the pause as well.
I just did it in one.
Yeah.
Oh, so we're going to be.
Probably, yeah. Yeah, it'll be on your 3A account. If not, we'll get Paul to do it.
What's that?
Sharing the slide deck with
Well,
Yeah.
Well, I've shared your slide deck with him. Hopefully, that
they're over
should.
there. They're cool. They're not so bad. Is it this?
Hello.
I might be horribly yelling.
Yeah, you might be. That's okay.
Fine.
It's okay. It's okay. Sexy. Hello.
You just say Jade at 6 p.m. Wait through pizzas.
Is it done? Yeah, it's always a
It's
lot
no echo. It's actually echo in the.
I know, I actually videoed it thinking it's going to be a moment in time. I think after you wrap up.
But you know we've got lift status.live.
You're going as well.
Really?
Yeah, lift status.live.
You got me rid of me out of here.
Is it actually
this.
Updated, yeah.
One just got to share it with them.
For sure.
Oh, yeah, but it's that safe feedback in.
Oh,
So it's got needs to approve it.
oh, right, okay. Yeah. Paul, you'll need to approve that share. I've just discovered I don't read what's on the screen in front of me.
Okay. I'll probably do that. Hopefully, we can do that more phone. Let's see. Right.
Good.
Taxi.
Right. Thank you
Oh,
very
I'm
much.
like such a pig.
Thank you.
Pete,
Such a pig.
how are you anyway?
Yes.
You go into
I'm very sure.
video,
Yeah.
here, copy that key,
Survive the.
that needs to go into the streaming settings.
As long as no one dies.
Yeah, well, basically, it's
That's right, yes.
Yeah, well, maybe fine.
Maybe you cannot. Well, I'm just thinking the weight might fall down and crack
Part of
something
the
like
group that went out and stayed out very, very,
Say never.
very, very.
I mean, we didn't say
Chances are
I mean, I didn't. Because I wanted to leave it a reason.
I bet on it. Oh, right. Where did you live?
Underway.
Sorry.
Oh, right.
So, last train was about 11 o'clock. I think we had the same issue.
Perfectly secure.
Interesting.
Yeah, she was somewhere way further than me.
Winning or
There was
losing?
some of them that were.
I think we're fine now.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
She's here tonight.
It'd be good to have it still there because I want to
Yeah.
work out which side
I have.
is working on the
I mentioned it to Russell. I don't mention Paul. No, Jess is a singer.
Jess.
Jess is going to be one of your.
Oh yes.
So
She doesn't run away.
she's an actual singer.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll be able to get access to that.
I think we can have a Titanic moment as well.
Am I in the way?
Yeah.
No, it's fine. Hang on. That'd be worth filming.
You see, I bought a new bucket.
Delilah. Yeah.
Yeah, I bought a new big black bucket.
It's a good bucket.
You should put S3 on the side or something. See, then some people might get it.
See, I hadn't even thought of that.
You can use that later. As long
I'll use it.
as you don't credit it.
What time are the pizzas ordered for? 6:30? Or they already got it? Right.
Yeah.
Good.
the other one.
Oh, you see, you just got here early for the pizza.
Nice,
So,
No, it was just normally I don't really rely on trains too much. I don't really trust them to get you anywhere I can't. Yeah, actually,
The audio depth.
Where did you come from?
not from like England Broadway.
Well, that's a very easy ride as well.
That's Elizabeth line.
Yeah, but there was loads of issues this morning.
oh right,
Oh, I came
it
from
was working earlier, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So,
I've not known that.
Yeah, yeah,
Max,
exactly.
what's your
It's like
ID?
a Paddington.
I must write down stuff about the Elizabeth line. I was trying to explain some friend of mine who's based quite.
They were very loud earlier
She's
on.
American. And I was explaining about Elizabeth and that was she wanted to go to Dean Street.
Right.
And I said, oh, what are you get Elizabeth line to Tottenham Court Road? They said the track. So well, how does that help? I said, well, it comes down to Dean Street. And she said, she said, no, well, it goes to Tottenham Court Road. I said, yeah, I'm trying to explain it.
Yeah.
But you use it at Dean Street. But you use it a lot.
No, I mean it was only for advice. Because I normally drive into work and then when we have
And that's your Google line.
but it was normally always the
Yes.
Lizzie line.
Yeah, there we go.
Wherever we were going to.
So I've got them on.
Well, actually, it sometimes messes with your head.
She's,
It does actually go.
she's a one net exit. I got off that. I can't remember where it
It's
was.
the skinniest wire I've ever seen.
But, so I was like, oh, yeah, it's fine yesterday, and it took me to a
Right.
different exit.
Yeah,
and it
Different
was,
stations.
yeah,
So
yeah.
Liverpool Street takes you to
Yes,
Moorgate.
yes, that was it. It was so confusing.
Farringdon takes you
One
to
end,
Barking.
Yeah.
I can try and duplicate.
I don't take the train on.
Well, it's like getting to Oxford Circle. You can't get on the Elizabeth line. But you get on the front.
with this.
Yeah.
Coming from
That's not working now?
Oh, I see.
Because we
Just
stand
by
there.
Oxford Circus.
What's not working now?
One of the lines.
It's always
across
the
the.
I get very worried when I see your amplifier cables pulled.
Are you sure it's not the amplifier cables? Because they are a bit.
I've got it all
They
round.
kick you around on the floor and then.
This is the perfect music to diagnose issues with too as well.
It was working fine earlier.
I didn't hear it out of both of them.
It did. It was coming out both of them earlier. Definitely.
Coming out both of them now?
Right, fill this out.
Yes, no?
There's something flaky here, a blue light keeps coming on and off.
Yeah.
Or is that the audio?
It could be levels.
That's levels, right, okay.
I'm going to leave it.
Evening.
Rather get streaming.
Okay, so we just turned it up.
The pizza is on the way, so please feel free to grab a seat.
How do I? Okay, so the thing I want to know is
Yes, in the black bucket.
see what the wrong answer looks like right now.
We also have non-alcoholic beer.
Yeah, layouts. And make sure all of the ones that we're going to use have got the RCA enabled.
Hey, get around on the floor.
Try not to reveal.
No, I know. Oh, we got contestants. I think we should draw yet.
But what I've done, to make it clear, is I've swapped all the papers before and after from all of the ones, to make it clear, is I've swapped all the papers before and after. Swapping the ones before doesn't change anything. It's only when you start swapping the ones over here does it actually
Yeah, or in grey.
have an effect.
Yeah. So final answer. That's final answer.
Yeah, and then it'll come up green on the right answer, but it won't come up red or anything.
Yeah.
A wrong answer.
You tried swapping them here.
If they get the wrong answer, it's just.
And it stays broken.
Yeah, if they get the wrong answer, it'll come up green.
Yeah, so I'll answer.
Oh, you did see.
So still coming out the same one.
Nowadays. Oh, I think it was. I'll turn it up.
I'm alright. Good.
Yeah, it's coming out of the other one now.
Okay, so it's a reaction back here then.
Yeah.
Yeah, just swap around back here.
Yeah.
Okay,
Looking forward
do it
to
again.
it. Just be able to.
Yeah, because I think we've done both.
So it's coming out the left and now it's coming out the right one.
Like so.
Is it
Yeah.
not coming out both?
Yeah, Leanne's auntie and uncle kind of getting on, so they don't really travel down to see us
No.
anymore. It's kind of like, and the kids are old enough, you know, to stomach that sort of journey. So it's like, right, we're gonna go and see
Music.
the family.
What you got it?
Do the
Music.
family
You
there.
say music, yeah. You said music. Okay.
No music now.
Oh, find the music.
I know that one's working, it's just this other one that's not working. So it's definitely.
Yeah.
There you go.
Oh, that'd be nice.
Am I only enabling RCA on all of them?
Yeah,
Well, I'm happy to enable everything, to be honest. Not past the SDI or anything. And the XLRs.
No.
Right, let me. Alright, he's experimenting now.
Then you probably have to do something.
We're back to experimentation.
Nice buzz now. Signal there.
And that's those nothing. What is comfort more than anything, isn't it? Huh?
One of them. Okay, yeah. So,
Evening. Evening. Pizza.
Stress?
No. Feels like we should be clapping. Sometimes they see each other.
It wasn't stand inside of
No, very kind of like. I'm fine.
I think we're all done until meet and greet. So it's Tom downstairs with security.
Yeah.
No, they didn't.
I'll look with eagle eyes if something in the mouth.
Let's get security a pizza.
Oh, actually.
And give him a couple of beers as well.
So which one? Which Italian one? No, you took the side. Which? Should I bring the vegetarian?
I don't think he minds. Actually, even I think David did. David's been busy. Yeah. That's good. All good.
We managed to avoid any work.
Well done. Congratulations. What we could do with
I think I've set all the audience RCA and just HDMI.
Oh, well, that's
Should have set that.
that sounded like that works then. Have you got it working?
Yeah.
I was going to say, is it picked up that yet?
So these are different dance, right? No, we're good. We're good. So can I help you put this stuff away? Because I think it's just something I was talking you know what? Oh, well done.
Wait.
Good, thank you. Sorry.
I know very little about what I do. I just always heard the name.
Klaus.
Yeah.
Try to make it simple.
It's very like it gets
So it goes yellow for orange roses. Orange roses, and basically if the orange one goes green.
Yeah, or just
But the point is that the one I've chosen on way to success. Yeah. That's one of the sections.
So, pizza. Right.
this
Thanks for that.
Thanks. I guess you can do thanks to David.
Basically, so what we need to do is just try and tie it. So these are cable ties. Put them with circuit where it might be done.
It's just the game.
So we're all friends, but it just looks better. The better we can make it look, the better we look. So at this point, it's just a matter of seeing if there's anything tied down. So could you perhaps go with the gaffer on the floor? Just try and just arrived at.
I will, yeah, and I'll
Probably don't need that there, but
I am going to turn my
could
chair
you
around.
do something in terms of
Where the chair is.
well, between the chair and the counter. Whichever chair? Sit up.
We just
A bit
hope
more. There we go.
And all right, Paul.
I forgot to write any tonight. No, the jokes are mainly in the show. Yeah. Trouble is, the news has been so awful. I was looking at the news and you might find these jokes in there, but there's no harm. Where's my ticket? It wasn't the chair at the front. Oh, it isn't. We're doing the slides now.
Yes, we've got them. They're on tabs there. I was going to put your USB sticker in. Hello. And then we're there. Almost dead on the I should do something better. That will be better for me. Yeah.
There you go.
Are you a
Right. We have a suspicion. It's flashing earlier on. I saw the screen flashing. That'll be the name on it. Is that on a power supply here? Looks like the power that comes out and goes up.
Yeah, yeah, no, it's plugged straight in. On one of them, I had it tested.
Oh, it's one of those like that's okay.
That's like straight from the so it's really easy to do you know what happens? You don't understand why. Tomorrow, but really, I've got enough hour later.
We just want a straight chocolate.
You're good?
Josh.
Well, it's kind of it didn't work out there, but
Too much.
But that
show me now, activity. History about the topic
This internet trend. Wow.
Colours, they get brighter every time. I say them for specialities regularly. You're calm, everything's gone well, your rehearsal went well, and you've not changed things in the last minute. Of course.
It's the way he tells them.
You upgraded it about 20 minutes ago. But it wouldn't be alright then, for what you wanted to do.
So that's something else. We won't be running for 16 Annoyingly, we have bits running.
but I wasn't prepared to let it survive. Anybody do? Well, it'd be interesting. Oh, I see. I have it for supper. Yeah. Yeah, we sell some.
Wanted to have a go. Perfect. Talk with Gemma. Probably video people. They go change these
Oh, they said we're not allowed to say who we are.
Ah, okay, all right. Thanks for the pizza. There you go.
Sorry, what? The opposite maybe basically. I normally just press Control 1 or 2 and Command it's happening. One viewer waiting. Well, back in the day, just out of simple, we haven't gone live yet. You used to go see more of them easily. Yeah, we don't need to go live one of the things where it should be easier for well, they have emotions. Somebody they want to be able to the teams as
They're on every other floor, so I don't know which is the male or female.
What even is it's not you don't want anything in the no, but otherwise you can't read the budget. Okay, for training. I'm not a drinker, I find really
There are non-alcoholic drinks, of course. I'm not non-alcoholic. On weekdays. I have to wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, you won't get home early.
They're not allowed to turn them on until Friday. Friday's my daughter's birthday. Friday's a regular party. So once it gets dark, we'll all go outside. They turned up and back to
No, nothing real big.
mainly like to drink, so it's just does up the place a bit, you know. A bit of light. I feel like the last time I've got some battery power. They come on for the evening.
It's very
You saw that radio mics at the end?
How's it feel?
Always the problem. I'm unnerved by the extra white colour in your colour bars. I saw that online and I just thought, oh, you need to get rid of that. How would you do that to me? Because yellow, cyan, white, and green. What's going on there? Really? Surely just someone screwed up. If there's any consolation, on the sub-team, PowerPoint, default PowerPoint, it's really because they're not in the same around the circle, some of the graphics put those colours on the box, choosing a random starting point, so they're in an order, but they're not the right order. It's just
Oh, they are very good.
Just everywhere.
It's been a photo for our Slack.
Very good at really expensive sound down. Move the slide one. Oh, is it? Ready for your show? When's the next one? I'm sure I'm not. Oh, it's this one. Oh, I like this one. Oh, thank you. Really nice to do it. Some Most of the things on LinkedIn you can't put something like that topic and then have a whole link.
To go live? Post it.
But yeah, I used to live down here in town.
Well, if you had, that would be a major violation. He's here to film me. You're not allowed my kids. Well, funny story that. I got an email one day saying we've all got to go and turn on hello windows. So I did. Complained about it initially, and then I was told, oh yeah, we've got so I mean, once it was in I think it was to work in a little bit. My attitude is a little bit now. So we did, and I was told you didn't and no one's told me I didn't. I had to put it back. When you fit it off, not very happy about that. I've got mine. I might get one. In reverse, so you can mix the mix. We're live. Or is that waiting? Well, can I change it? That is low. The thing let's see if it has tricky making sure audio is right.
We had a very internal competition.
I'll let you know when it gets too high. What is too high?
It looks like to me it's like the white and the yellow bar.
It looks like I'm one view.
I'm not sure if it is or maybe it's just what it's like. No, it definitely is. Bigger angle. Bloody hell, I'm sitting on there. I've not noticed it. I work for myself. I actually do training, so 3-week training. So
it's very much like
there's a lot of but he's made it back. It's quite different to video on YouTube is something different.
Sound and video. Sound and video on YouTube.
Sorry?
Sound and video.
Subscribe. Doing a 3-day course. Subscribe. Subscribe. Condensed version.
I might let Max go switching over on that side, so I can find myself there.
Calm moment before I if you get in the zone, I'm going to get in the zone. Could see it. No, I mean, I'm just for this, or fancy excuse. It really is. You get to know these people because they come to these events and they recognise you. They might not know your name, they just know that they want to chat to you before and therefore have a beer with you. And then sooner or later you realise that they're on the CTO or something and they you never do your job.
I've done that.
Now I work for myself. It's good to connect with people who can employ me. You've got to have something to go out of around. I'm not quite as wild shot. I do try and wear things when I go to an event.
I'm not going to try Sally Frost.
We used to have some really nice shirts. They loved it. I loved it. But it's getting a bit old now. This is the only nice picture that I can find. Proper magenta picture. Well, I'm short shorts. I learned long ago. I don't wear big t-shirts. I don't wear long t-shirts. That is a bit fell off. I went through a phase when I was in suitcases, always wearing long t-shirts and a jacket and being a bit more formal.
Yeah, first when I came to Ireland, I dressed more casually. What's the key question about you going to the and that still kind of get away with jacket and shirt.
We're at the spinach.
Anyway,
I remember the first job I had at the BBC at the software company. It was the first day I wore a suit because it was a new job. I kind of felt I had to. And the only person in the whole office who wore a tie that day was me, and it was my boss. But he was very much, I don't know if it was expertly, but it was that style of person. He didn't wear a jacket, but he wore a shirt and tie. He was very pretty boss. And I slowly evolved. I lost the suit, quickly turned to black trousers and a shirt and tie. And I think by the end of the first week, the tie was gone outside.
I still kind of fell out of my head of that team's shield. I think they were the suit.
Well, again, it's evolved over the last 20 years. I'll give you a review of people outside. Some t-shirts, some people do, some people don't.
I do want to worry that.
I very rarely wear a jacket. Usually I wear a jacket because it gives you a place to look things in your pockets. If you're in a train, it helps. I haven't got into cargo trousers, but I've got cargo shorts when I'm in the summer. And I really, you know what, I shouldn't allow myself to have cargo trousers, but I'll never go back.
Is that just going out on the main to back up isn't happening? Is that right? What I should probably Good evening, everybody. Hello, hello. Thank you for coming. We're going to give you another 2 minutes. So please grab your beers and sit down, find a nice seat. Just while we're doing that, just to let you know the usual stuff. There is no fire drill scheduled for this evening. If the fire alarm goes off, please leave the building. I know, it's horrible. So boring, you have to tell you this. For those of you who haven't been here before, if for any reason you cannot leave the building by the way you came in, there is an Indiana Jones emergency exit via the 5th floor and a window. Honestly, if you can leave by the way you came in, I would recommend going. But there's not going to be a fire or an emergency, so just remember all of that stuff, but it's never going to be.
And don't use the lift, right?
We'll come to the lift, but obviously if there's a fire, don't use the lift because there's a fire. And I say let's say another 1 minute. So almost ready.
We're ready.
We're ready. So,
Anyone want to come and with me?
No.
So we're going to need to have
Someone should sit there.
I mean, I was like,
Are your heads going to be in the screen?
So can we switch to my slide?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. That thing.
That thing.
I got it. Still right.
Okay. I decided it was his job.
Let's hope all this works. So
don't speak into the beer can.
right. Full screen.
Yeah, I'm getting that. It's all right.
Is this working? No. Oh yes, that's working. Okay, fine. Good. All right, are we ready to go? Hello and good evening. Welcome to Cloud Native Media number 11. Fantastic. Great to see you all here again. Isn't it a great evening? we are very, very excited to have what we're having coming up this evening. Well, what's happened since we were last here? The clock went back. Yeah, I know, it's horrible. Happened on my watch. Coming up, moving quickly on. I should say, who's been here before? Come on, let's do that. Yeah. Yay! And who is new, first time? Thank you very much. Lovely to see you all. Please, this is a once in a lifetime opportunity to have this group of people in the room at the same time, at the same place. So please make the best of it and network the hell out of things. So coming up tonight, we've got who wants to be a cloud media engineer, and then after that we've got Mr. Atkins talking about how we did this quiz, or how we wanted to do this quiz, but some of it didn't work. But anyway, I'm sure David will tell you about that later, because actually, all of this took a bit of work tonight, so thank you to David and his team for everything that they've done. After that, we will be heading to the pub at the 1 Ton. There's a little map, we'll put it up again afterwards for those of you who haven't been there before. I know it's cold tonight, but it should be nice and warm in there. Who are we? We're this informal group. You're here, hopefully you know what the format is. It's informal, it's fun. We want to share all of this information and bring in knowledge from the cloud community and the media community and develop our capabilities. What's cloud? Well, cloud computing infrastructure dynamically defined and controlled by software. That is my definition. I think generally people like it. We'll go with that. What's cloud native? We've got David's little definition of what cloud native is here. It's basically, let's not use cloud just to do the same thing again. Let's do something different. Let's do something new. Let's leverage the cloud to do something interesting. One of the things that we're doing tonight. Why cloud native media? We are collaborating. We're here to collaborate. We're here to work together and build knowledge and trust, and because we can't know everything about everything we do. We have a call for lightning talks. We have a call for lightning talks all the time. If you have a lightning talk, you'd like to come talk for 5 minutes, we have a form to fill in. You can follow the link on cnn.live. We have a code of conduct. It's a serious thing. I'll leave you a moment to read it. Thank you very much. More editing for me to do later. Organisers, well, we've been doing this for about a year and a half. David's over there, he'll be talking in a second. And I work for Arqiva. Tom, event sponsors. Arqiva.
No. Arqiva.
I know I said you weren't going to go first, didn't I?
That's.
You need to do the right person.
Okay. Right. So very clearly, this is my first time here, so I'm popping my cloud native media cherry. So excited to meet you all. Arqiva, we are a infrastructure communication company. We set up at the heart of both the media and broadcast media and utilities industries. Very happy to sponsor the event. We do have a number of vacancies, so if anyone wants to join us on our journey to support these two beautiful industries, please send them our way. And we also have a whole bunch of cloud products, which I'm very, very interested in and happy to talk around. And I can't remember if I actually said, but my name is Tom Woods. I'm the product manager for VOD and media processing within Arqiva. Cool.
Fantastic, thank you very much. Who is next? TechX. Russell, are you going to talk about TechX?
Absolutely. Hello, thanks for coming. I'm from TechX. We're cloud and live video specialists, anything IP. If you want to move it around, then that's what we're interested in. And we believe in what we call new broadcast, which is the bringing together of the old traditional, deterministic, very reliable systems when they weren't reliable, you knew exactly how to fix them quickly. Into the new world where we have a lot more flexibility, a lot more ability to do things, but it's trickier. And this is exactly the type of community that we think is really valuable and essential to keep this voyage going forward. And what we're doing tonight is exactly what we believe in: testing out new boundaries, working out what can happen, and I look forward to it. So thanks for joining me.
Great, and finally, thank you very much. Finally, we've got Livewire.
Thank you very much. I'm David Aguirre. I'm the director of Livewire. We help companies design, build, and operate cloud-native infrastructure. So I'll keep this brief.
Thank you. And yeah, you know, it's back to subscribing. Back to subscribe. So I have to look at the camera. Where are all the cameras? Subscribe. Yeah, please, if you're not subscribed on YouTube, please just go and do a bit of subscribing. You can press like and do all of that stuff as well. Thank you very much. Community Diary, we've got a few things coming up. Lots of things happening tonight, which we're obviously not advertising because you're here. But yeah, tomorrow night, London DevOps. We've got London Cloud Native London next week. We're hoping to do a seasonal drinks thing on December the 14th. And more information about that coming out via Meetup and everything. And we've got London Video Technology drinks for the week after that. And then we'll do another one in January. A couple of media conferences coming up next year as well. But obviously ABS reInvent going on at the moment too. News, everyone's favourite section, the news section. So we've launched our special liftstatus.live. Unfortunately, this slide was only updated early today, and the width was fixed this morning. So if you go to liftstatus.live now, you'll find it has been updated. So there you go. So if you're ever wondering what the status of the lift is here, just go to liftstatus.live. And it is there. Thank you very much. So Russell has launched his broadcast focus. If you know Russell, if you don't know Russell, please, again, something else for you to subscribe to. So please go and subscribe to Russell's podcasting thing as well. As you can see, I have already been a guest on that. So AWS have launched their EU Sovereign Cloud, which is part of apparently their sort of sovereign initiative to try and, I guess, as I said, lean into the splinternet trend, which is all about really data sovereignty and telling everyone that actually, don't worry, the US government isn't spying on you. I think is generally the summary, isn't it? So that's happening. We'll see what that actually means and what else comes out of that. It's one to watch for sure. UK TV Today actually has announced You, which is an interesting move. So they've created this umbrella brand for UK TV, which is going to be You ampersand all of their channels. And this makes a lot of sense for them simply because it sort of helps them brand their streaming app. But obviously all the programs from all the channels are on, so it's like a sort of parent umbrella brand that they can use for that. So that's just a new announcement today. Oh yeah, the British Library. Oh dear, it's like every month. I've literally had this image in the deck for months, and every month there's another one, isn't there? There's another compromise. But yeah, looking into this one was interesting. It looked like British Library had unsecured VMware in their data center. I say unsecured. They probably had a password. It was probably a silly password, no multi-factor authentication. But I'm just speculating, by the way. But all of their stuff was down. Payment, you couldn't actually pay with a card at the British Library Cafe because of this. So pretty disastrous stuff for them, and definitely a reason to be taking security very seriously. And Doctor Who 60. Yeah, look, that's me facing up to some Daleks. 60 years of Doctor Who, like it all over, it's there. Cloud Native news. David, you're up.
All right, it's quick.
Cool, so just jump straight in. So there's been a couple of things in the space. I know there's been a lot of talk of containers and more modern technologies. Lots of stuff to do with clouds and public clouds, but I wanted us just to kind of go back to some of the other areas that have been affected in the cloud native space, which is private cloud. which is, I know, something which is relevant to a lot of industries, a lot of people's companies here. So there's been some interesting developments from Canonical. So they've just released a new product called MicroCloud. And what MicroCloud is, it's a solution to build highly available clusters, hardware, physical tin, not VMs, not containers, but physical tin. It's designed for on-prem implementation, and it's specifically focused on these 3 to 50 node installations, which I think is a good sweet spot for a lot of companies, especially as a lot of companies are deploying multiple 3 to 50 node installations across multiple data centers for high availability in itself. It integrates various open source technology, and it supports live migration and automatic failover capabilities. So some real enterprise win features baked into the tech. So the technology stack is something that a lot of people are probably familiar with if they understand canonical technology stacks. So it's based around LXD, Containervisor for nodal workload management, Ceph for distributed storage, Open ZFS for local storage. That's a big deal in my opinion. OVN for cluster interconnect virtualization, Snap packaging for all tools, sad times, but it is compatible with 64, ARM64, so your Raspberry Pis, as your edge devices, as well as your big cluster nodes, it's all managed the same way. So it's not built on Kubernetes, surprise, but allows running Kubernetes. So even if you are looking to run Kube on the local infrastructure, this could be the underlying technology to do that. So the reason for the title is I think they've timed this quite well. So there's a number of organisations which are looking at the latest acquisition of VMware, and are getting a little bit worried about their licensing model, or what their licensing model may become, especially when you're dealing with these sort of small 50-node installations, or multiple 50-node installations. So I think Canonical have timed this quite well to release a well-factored, simplified alternative. So one to look out for. Cloud Native Con, North America 23. So I just wanted to hit some of the highlights, going more into the cloud native space. It's okay, it's all right. It's all right. I know it's quite spectacular. It is gobsmacking.
The coffee is later.
It's true.
Cheating.
It's true. That's true. So, you ready? Set. Open telemetry. So this is one of the big things that came from Cloud Native Con, was the three big things that people were interested in was around telemetry, observability, policy management and general management, and networking. Those were the big, the top topics from Cloud Native Con. So OpenTelemetry is a technology stack or a collection of open source standards. It's now graduated as part of the CNCF. It's vendor agnostic. So what we found is like a lot of these new waves of technology, the big early companies are the observability companies. You know, they're the ones who come in, they're the ones who throw all of the marketing money, they're the ones who, you know, it's king of the hill sort of work. And now we do have a number of very large observability companies. And now we've got a lot of customers who are in one of those camps. And it's very difficult for those customers to move across camps. So a lot of customers were wondering, what's my exit strategy? My licenses are increasing, it's getting increasingly more difficult for me to finance this, but all of my standards, all of my tooling, all of my integration points are based around their standard. This is where telemetry comes in. It removes the vendor from the point of extracting the data. So now with the OTLP 1.0 standard, you have a vendor agnostic standard for getting logs, metrics, traces out of your various pieces of open source tooling, as well as hardware, because hardware will start supporting the standard as well. So OpenTelemetry doesn't provide a backend. It's not trying to win that game. So you can plug whatever you want. You can keep whatever systems you have, but you could also start to mix and match. You can start saying, actually, I want this open source technology to do this, because I don't want to pay the license fee of my current provider to do this, because it's really expensive. And it gives you options. So OpenTelemetry is something definitely to look at. Other standards, WebAssembly, starting to get that little bit of buzz now. Starting to get a little bit of maturity in the space, a lot more WebAssembly, talking about management of WebAssembly, the ability of running like assembly on the client side. So here we go again. We went thin clients, now we're going fat clients. So we're all going around again. So Now data centers are trying to slim down, trying to save energy costs, network costs, storage costs, trying to push the responsibility of the runtime onto the end user again. This is what people are looking at. And what they're looking at is they're looking at it the same way as that they're looking at containers. They're looking at the same way that they manage containers and version containers and push containers. And they're looking at this as a way of providing that same sort of containerized delivery model, but at the edge, as far in the edge as it can be in the browser. Cross-plane. So this is a very interesting technology product. Anyone who is running Kubernetes or understands Kubernetes looks at it as an orchestration system for deploying and orchestrating containers, also orchestrating some of the underlying cloud technology for running those containers, like storage, load balancers, that sort of thing. Crossplane looks to extend that model to everything. So when you drop in your request for loading up your container, delivering your ELB, Crossplane gives you a way of saying, actually, I also want to call off this API and provision this thing. I also want to call onto this API and provision this thing. And allow Kubernetes to orchestrate and to converge those resources alongside your actual containers, storage, and other services. So this is becoming more and more relevant, especially since Terraform have made a little oopsie with their recent licensing changes. The quick eBPF, this is to do with, it's a Linux extension, it's the ability to run, very basically, it's the ability to run user application code in the context of the kernel, which means you can start doing some really interesting stuff with things like networking. And so all of the service meshes, which is the layers that sit within container networks that provide a level of functionality like encryption, provide traceability, add in basically a software-defined networking layer within Kube and other services, they're all starting to pivot to this. So instead of having to run a sidecar container or additional processes alongside everything, you can leverage what's in the kernel. It's very fast, very light. And you can see lots and lots of more software starting to use eBPF as their way of doing stuff within Linux. And Selenium Mesh have just recently added in a new feature that allows you to extend beyond the cluster. So now you've got your policies that says, I want to allow this container to access this container. Now it allows you to extend that out to just nodes, because the nodes have eBPF. So now those nodes, you can say, that node has this firewall rule, this node has this encryption, this node has these policies. Even though it's not Kube, you can start extending the policies that you're managing with Kube with that. Last but not least, on this list anyway, AI, machine learning ops. Now Kubernetes is more standard. Looks like CNCF are looking to pivot to the next great marketing land grab. You know, it's the standard thing. You get organizations, when they run out of road with the current thing, it's no longer the latest and greatest. What they look to do is they just look to go to AI as a way of justifying them being in the space. OpenAI. So, so basically we've got this whole thing with OpenAI. I'm sure we've all read it, we've all seen it, but for those who somehow missed the timeline of events, Sam Altman reflects a deep riff of open AI safety and societal impact within OpenAI. That's the official line at the moment. I'm waiting for the next Netflix documentary that will tell me otherwise. So there is this rift between this idea of fast, open, public development versus closed lab development. And I think this is something that's going to come out more and more with certain companies looking to develop things closed, and then release them slowly, and other companies like OpenAI, which are more willing to put things out, even if there's a risk, even if there's safety concerns, putting them out in the public for more faster iteration. I think it's a really interesting just space in terms of open development, regardless of it being AI or any other industry, this idea of just iterating really fast in public, relying on your idea of failing forward, and relying upon being able to move fast enough that you can compensate for any issues that you hit. So, in Return of the King, and it was all a mistake. And he came back, and yeah, returns, and there's been a bit of a shuffle within the board. And you just got to say, I feel really sorry for Emmett Shear, who was the CEO for 72 hours. You know, didn't even get into the magazine cover. and any left. But anyway, so that's see you now. Thanks very much.
Thank you, thank you. So now it's showtime. I think what we will need to do is have a short break in just a moment because we'll need to mic someone up. But I think, can we do our contestant choosing first? Is that something we can do? Where's...
You're ruining it.
Am I?
Yeah.
Because we need to do the miking up. Do we need to have a break, get ready, and then do that?
How long?
2 minutes to get the mics on, surely.
But we need to choose a contestant before we
We've got to get the mics on.
Okay, we'll choose a contestant quickly.
Won't take that long to put the mic on.
Go on. Ah!
Can
What?
Can we have a joke?
Give some more stand up.
I'm going to hide. No, to be honest, I was trying to come up with some jokes for tonight, and other than nicking them from the Ironies for you, which somebody suggested, I haven't been able to find anything because the world's been horrible. I was looking at the news and I was going, I can't find any jokes in here. This is awful. So yeah, I didn't find any jokes other than the one about changing the clock on my watch, which wasn't funny now. It wasn't funny then.
I thought it was funny.
Yeah, well, just referencing back to last time, my team did some good peer reviews of Brighton on TripAdvisor.
Yeah, that was bad.
Is this like a stand-up comedian's retrospective?
What, at the end of his career?
It's all I've got. It's all I've got. It's all I've got.
Right.
What? So we're going? All right. Okay. So we're going to choose a contestant.
No expense spared.
Oh my God!
I feel that was rigged.
All right.
You sure you don't want to go?
Hey?
You sure you don't want to go?
What, that was your name?
Yeah, no, you're up.
There may be more than one contestant in this. Depends on what you do. That's one. Yeah.
Do well, I won't have to do anything.
Failure
So-
is an option.
2 minutes. Grab a beer. Finish off the pizza. Whatever it takes. We'll get you mic'd up.
Yeah.
Get me mic'd up because I can't do it with this. And we'll be back. We'll be back. I don't know which camera's like. We've got all these cameras tonight. I'll be back. We'll be back shortly.
There's no escape, is there? You're on it.
Right, Jane.
I said I didn't want to do it.
Well, I know, we didn't take you out of the list. So.
What's the worst thing that happened?
Yeah, no,
I'm like an idiot, I can do that anyway. No, I reckon it's quite a nice way to go and look right there.
Could I ask some of you standing at the back, there's lots of lovely seats over here. I know you want to be near the beer, but you can bring a couple of beers with you if that's a concern. It'd be good to have this set up as a bunch of lovely seats.
I need a first round of
That's you, Richard. Come on. Come and sit down. Exactly. Lots of seats over here, guys.
I promise I don't lie.
Sure.
Much. I am Australian.
Right. Thank you. It's good to see you.
Is he ready on the end?
Right. We're
good to go.
Are we back live? Can we hit the... Yeah. All right.
Have you cleared that?
No, and we're definitely worried about YouTube content management. But anyway, we'll worry about that later. So first of all, thank you very much for our volunteers for tonight. But first of all, Jessica, thank you so much. And also, you know, we will say so again at the end, but thanks to David and his team for the amount of work that's gone into this, which is quite incredible. And look, I'm in awe of it all. It's not all going to go to plan, by the way. So, but the point is that we've got to have some fun here. So please, let's have some fun. Now, you know the game. Who knows the game? Yeah. Does everyone know the game? Right. So we're not playing for a million anything. We're paying for to be a cloud media engineer. Okay. You'll see what that means as we go. I'll ask questions that have 4 answers. We've got some lifelines. Who knows what the lifelines are? 50-50. 50-50. Ask the audience. And phone a friend. But look, phoning a friend in here with all the tech. Can you imagine the complication with that? And also, it's 2023. No one phones a friend anymore. So, we're going to do something different from the phone a friend. We're going to ask ChatGPT. It's 2023. We're going to ask ChatGPT instead of phone a friend. But the other two lifelines are exactly the same. So, ask the audience. You should all have one of these on your chairs or under the chairs. If you don't, there's some more at the front. If you don't find one, please. You will notice there are 4 colours. If we do and ask the audience, the question, the answers will have colours. Just need to choose the colour that you want to respect, and the contestant or the applicant. Yeah, will have to hold up the right. You have to make a judgment on what you think the audience is saying.
Okay, right.
Yeah. Or I can help if you're not sure. I can sort of help, but
Oh, so they're going
to hold up the 4 different colours.
I'm a bit slow. So, so the 4 colours are representative of the 4 answers.
Yeah,
okay,
absolutely.
I've played this game.
Absolutely. 50-50 is 50-50. And ask ChatGPT. We were going to try and do Ask ChatGPT live, but again that was a bit hard. So the team have kindly pre-rendered the questions into ChatGPT, and we've got some answers ready to go. Okay, fantastic. Are we ready? Yes. Here we go. Graphics. So, here we go. Are you ready? In 2021, a fire prevention system caused a major outage.
What are the chances of that?
On several UK TV channels.
Yeah, you don't get this.
Which organisation managed the facility involved? Was it A? Was it A?
Yeah, a long time.
Green Beetle. What's that? I'm going to get through the music's not on Was it B? Blue Wasp. Was it C? Red Bee? Or was it D? Yellow Spot?
I believe the answer is C, Red Bee.
Are you sure?
1000%.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah, I hope I'm not committing career suicide here.
Fantastic, let's move on. Great. Next question.
Yes, I got one.
You don't know yet.
Next question. Is the lift working tonight? A, yes. B, no. C, always. Or D, never.
The answer is A, yes. For the time being.
Log it in. Very good. Thank you very much. Yeah, we had to change that answer on the fly this morning because we were expecting, you know.
When it went orange there, I thought, oh God, am I wrong?
Are you ready for the next question?
Yes.
All right. Location 23 was a code name for which London media distribution hub? Was it A, the BT Tower, B, the Tower of London, C, the Euston Tower, or D, the London Eye?
A, the BT Tower.
BT Tower? You sure?
Well, it's the only distribution centre I know.
Okay, let's lock it in. Fantastic. Yeah, right answer. Euston Tower, of course, home to Capital Radio in the 1980s and so on. It's being redeveloped at the moment. So, where have we got to on the ladder? Have we made it to? What was the job title we made it to? Ah, yes. You made it to senior trainee lens wiper. Very good, very good. So we can get you up to the next job title. I don't know what the job. I do know what the job titles are, but I don't know what order they come in. So we'll see if we can make you to the next one. Great. So let's move on. You ready?
Yep.
Which celebrated wartime facility was instrumental in the creation of the modern computer? Was it A, Menlo Park, B, Bletchley Park, C, Gorky Park, or D, Lincoln Park?
Well, I'm pretty sure the last two, well, one's a band, and then the C is like, isn't that a lyric in a song, or it's a reference to a place in a song? I don't know, from, I don't know, ages, I don't know. Anyway, I would say B, Bletchley Park.
B, Bletchley Park, sure?
I think, well, I mean, that's where they've got the whole, like, Bletchley Circle and the AI conference and everything at the moment, don't they?
Yep.
Yeah, it could be.
Yep. Alright, let's go for it. Lock it in. And you said Bletchley Park, and I think that is the right answer. Yes.
I'm doing much better than I thought, by the way.
Yeah, you see, there was nothing too much to worry. The question's getting a little bit more difficult, but that's fine. The next one I think you will be able to get to. So that's fine. In broadcast industry parlance, have we? Yeah, in broadcast industry parlance, what does FAST stand for? Is it A, frame advancing software technique, B, free ad-supported streaming TV, C, fully addressable subscriber trial, or D, fresh acronyms sell technology?
Well, despite D being the most amusing, I think it's B, free ad-supported streaming TV.
Sure?
Yes.
Yeah. Awesome. Let's move on. Yep, I think that's the right answer. Fabulous. Fabulous. How you feeling?
I'm alright.
You're doing well. You're doing well. We've made you two. Where are we with the job title? Junior bulk. Junior bulk change. Fantastic. So, ready for the next question?
Yes, please.
All right. The first regular UK TV broadcasts originated from A, Crystal Palace, B, Vauxhall Palace, C, Alexandra Palace, or D, Buckingham Palace.
Okay, so keeping in mind that I was not born in this country, I can only go on our transmitter names, and I know that London, well for us, London, we use our the Crystal Palace transmitter, so I would go A.
But you've got your lifelines.
Oh mate, alright. I do, okay, can I do 50-50, please?
Yes, you can do 50-50.
I knew you were going to do that! I knew you were going to do that! Oh mate, oh god, okay, no, I'm not going to use all my, I don't know.
But given where we are, which one of those do you think it actually might be?
I still think it, but Alexandra Palace is up quite a hill, isn't it?
Yeah?
I mean, I have been there for a gig once and I didn't like the journey.
It's a great place. Good place for that too.
I still think it's am I out? If I get it wrong, am I out?
You're out, yeah.
Yeah?
Ask the audience.
Oh no! You lulled me into a false sense of security that was doing really well.
I think that's how the game works.
Okay. Okay, ask the audience.
Ask the audience.
I can't believe I'm using. And if I'm right,
Two colours.
I'm going to be so disappointed in myself.
Two colours on the screen, please.
Ooh. But they're both purple. They're both shades purple, guys.
Which is the pink or the purple?
Pink or purple?
Oh, right, yeah.
Colourblind.
What? So are we saying the
Pink is
Alexandra Palace and? I mean, okay, right. Okay. When in doubt, go with C. C, Crystal Palace. No, Alexandra Palace.
You sat your final answer?
C, Alexandra Palace.
It's the right answer. So yes, Alexandra Palace, 1936. So Crystal Palace wasn't built until 1956. There you go. All right, well done.
But my logic was pretty good.
Your logic was good, but
I feel like this is ringing a bell with music as well. 16?
you've got to sure, you want to use ChatGPT?
Go on, I mean, like, yeah,
If you're not sure, you probably use
yeah.
What does ChatGPT say?
It's about Alexandra Palace.
I would hope
It's a 3-question delay.
I would hope ChatGPT could get this one right, but we will find out shortly.
Pressure's on now.
Yeah. Oh. The pressure's on for whoever is doing the graphics. There we go.
Ooh.
In computing, what was it? In computing, a byte. Well, there you go. You can read it. In computing, a byte.
Would you like me to read it? Okay. So in computing, a byte. Oh, hang on. Oh, I didn't even get to read it. Okay. So in computing, a byte is typically composed of 8 bits. However, the number of bits in a byte has varied historically, and in some systems, a byte might consist of a different number of bits. Nevertheless, in modern computing, a byte is almost universally considered to be. Oh, so that's why it's 8, 16, and 32, because they're all derivatives of 8. So, well, I guess you have to say 8.
Yep.
Yeah.
You're going to go with 8?
So 8.
You're going to go with ChatGPT? Let's lock it in. Oh. I think 8 is the right answer. ChatGPT. You think ChatGPT will know that?
Do I at least have a safe zone?
A safe zone?
Yeah, like, you know, in Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, you get to like a level, you know? It's like, your job is safe.
That's it. I think your job is safe. Where are, talking of jobs, where are we with jobs? We're going to get the graphic shot.
Make it a good one, because this might be where I stay, guys.
Mid-level upside down wiring.
Well, I am from Australia, so I could be quite good at that.
Let's go for the next question, shall we?
Yeah, go on.
So, here we go. As of now, how many subscribers does Cloud Native Media have on YouTube? Is it A, under 100, B, 100 to 300, C, 300 to 500, D, over 500?
Oh. so it's one of those things, right? But
I think ChatGPT would probably be wasted on this question, but
okay, so it's been a lovely evening, guys. Thanks so much.
you came here with nothing.
I've had a beer and some pizza and your lovely company. It's been wonderful. I'm going to say, and
Remember the format. think through your thoughts.
Be nice.
I'm going to go B, 100 to 300.
You're gonna
And also, like, no offense. No offense. It's a pure, like, sample, like, size thing. Okay, yeah, no, okay. You've all been wonderful. Thanks for having me.
So you've got to upside down engineer.
Yes.
Whatever it was. Upside down wiring engineer. And you're saying, which one are you saying?
I'm
Sorry.
going to say B, 100 to
B, 100.
300.
Is that your final answer?
Oh. I do feel it was a little mean, actually.
Did you?
I did. I felt wrong.
Yeah, maybe a bit. Mention the other ones.
Yes. Okay, so the options are under 100, clearly not. B, 100 to 300, which I thought initially, but...
Keep going.
Next one.
There's 300 to 400. Or over 500, which is D. It's really hard to figure out, actually.
I see what you're doing here, Jess.
I'm not quite sure. But do you know what? I have always been told, like, when in doubt, go with C. So C.
You sure?
300 to 500. Yeah. I think that's good. Like, yeah. On what was that? The bell curve and median and all of those. Like, yeah.
You don't want to go home with being upside down wiring engineer?
No, I think I might try for a little bit.
You're going to try for
a little bit hard.
You're going to try for
A
6?
little bit hard.
Alright.
Yeah. C. 300 to 500.
Let's lock it in. I can tell you that yes, I believe we have 327 subscribers. Fantastic. Well done. Congratulations.
Though now we've gone
So
back
where
to A.
have we got to with jobs with where have we got to with the job with the job? Senior battery replacement.
Well, senior at least.
Yeah, battery replacement engineer or something. Awesome. So you ready for the next question?
Yep.
Okay. There's one. Yeah. I mean, I guess
I've used all my lifelines now, haven't I?
you have used all your lifelines now. I'm afraid so. I'm afraid so. Just pity because some of the answers from ChatGPT. Well, we'll see. Can we have the next question? The BBC's iPlayer service was launched to the public on which day in 2007? Was it A, Easter Sunday? Was it B, Halloween? Was it C, Christmas Day? Or was it D, Talk Like a Pirate?
Okay, so I think BBC. Thinking it through, if I was here and knowing that Christmas Day has the Queen's speech. I would probably go for C, Christmas Day.
You're going for C for Christmas Day?
Yeah.
Yep. Final answer?
Final answer.
Let's lock it in. So, we asked which day in 2007 BBC iPlayer service was launched. You said C. Christmas Day.
If it goes wrong, you're going to get called in on Christmas Day.
Oh, yeah, true.
You have made it to the next job level, which is principal turn it off and on again.
So first line support then, yeah?
Principal. All right, you ready for the next question?
Yes, please.
We go. Yeah, good. A set for which popular TV drama took 8 years to build and cost £87 million? Was it A, Doctor Who, B, EastEnders, C, The Crown, or D, Rings of Power?
Okay.
8 years and £87 million. Who would invest that much in a set?
Okay, again, right side of the board, EastEnders, no.
£87 million? You said The Crown?
Yeah, oh no, I'm wrong, I know.
Yeah.
Oh no!
If you said what? That's not reasonable. You're right.
Are you kidding me?
Oh, but you went for
houses on a big what?
So, at EastEnders they had to dig up the car park of Elstree complex, which has been in use for about over 100 years as a continuous production site, and they found all kinds of things under the surface, like wiring and asbestos and all kinds of crazy things, and they have to rebuild the set. It's an outdoor set, and to rebuild it from scratch for HD.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, now it makes sense when you talk about like loads of houses. And London.
Yeah.
Even East End, like London.
Finding some brickies in there.
Yes. I just thought they were all sort of like facades. Anyway, well.
They are for
£87 million facades.
£87 million. Well, thank you very much. You have made it to. When we get to. Oh, it was principal. Principal turn it off and on again. Engineer.
Who was saying they had jobs at Archival? Was there any first line support there? I don't know.
But you came here with nothing, and you're leaving with nothing. but you've had fun.
I have. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Jess. Are we all having fun?
Yeah.
Do we have time to go through some different questions with Ed?
Yeah.
So I think unless we want particular time, we just carry on.
Do a set with him.
Are we all good to go?
I thought I was going to get away with it because you went for so long.
I was trying to draw it. I was trying to like embody the whole. But also check.
Sorry? A couple of things. Hello. Welcome back. Are we back online? No.
We'll be back online in 5, 4.
So, welcome back. So, your name is Ed?
I am.
And Ed, tell us about yourself.
I run a company called Q3 Media Training. We deliver training to the broadcast industry on technical topics.
Thank you. So, big round of Ed, please. Thank you, James. Oh, you know what? I haven't even picked up the next round of questions. That was a bit pretty remiss of me, wasn't it? Let's hope these match what's on the system. Because that would be a bit of a failure if it didn't. So we start you off. What's the first job title we're looking for? Intern tea clerk. Okay. So we want to get you to intern tea clerk. You ready for the first question?
I hope so. I don't want to embarrass myself.
Let's go. Before tonight, how many Cloud Native Media meetups have there been? Were you paying attention to them? A, 10, B, 11, C, 12, D, 13. Before tonight. How
We
many?
always put what number it is on each of the events.
Yeah.
It's this way for me. I have no idea. Which means I need somebody to be looking up on their meter request right now. So I'm gonna say it could be 10. I mean, I've missed quite a few. I came to the first 4 or 5. It could be B.
Just give me a short game.
Maybe C. No, I don't know. So I'm feeling A.
So you got your lifeline.
Yeah, I've got to save the lifelines. I mean, ChatGPT doesn't know anything about current stuff, does it? So, what do you think? A? I'm feeling A. Yeah, I'm feeling A.
Okay. All right. Final answer.
Final answer.
Let's go A. Please lock it in. You said A, and you're right. You're right.
Studio. I was almost out.
So, ready for the next one?
Yep.
Which popular reality show recently returned to the UK after a 5-year hiatus? Was it A, Big Brother? Was it B, Little Sister? Was it C, Weird Uncle? Or was it D, Glamorous Grandma?
I believe that was Big Brother A. I watched it for many years.
The right answer, thank you very much. We've raised 60,000. The Nasty Nick, who used to be a thing. Used to be. What city has Cloud Native Media also held an event in?
Didn't know about that.
Was it A, Las Vegas, B, Madrid, C, Paris, D, Amsterdam?
Yes, it was Amsterdam. I wasn't able to get there. Sorry, I had prior engagements.
Final answer?
Final answer D, Amsterdam.
D, that's right. Yep.
I hear there was lots of beer drunk.
There was. He was in a brew.
Actually in the brew.
It was. So again, this question's about how well you were paying attention at the beginning. But before we get to that, let's look. Where are you at the job levels? Where have we got to? So you were, what, T intern or whatever, and now you're trainee paperclip runner. Trainee paperclip runner. So we hope to get you up to cloud media engineer, and we'll see how well we do. So, according to Paul's definition, that's me, my definition. Cloud computing is infrastructure dynamically controlled by what? See how much attention
you did say this at the beginning, yeah.
Was it A, people, B, software, C, hyperscalers, or D, gremlins?
Before you read the answers out, I thought software, so I'm pretty certain it's software.
Software? You going for software?
Yeah, I'm happy with software.
Fantastic. Lock it in. Hold up, that's the right answer.
I did this.
Alright, ready for the next one? Oh, where are we with the jobs? What are you up to now from paperclip engineer? Where are we?
Now that I can do. I'm qualified for that.
Expert under desk disentangler. Brilliant. Love it. So, next question. Ready?
Yep.
Which is not a common broadcast aspect ratio? Not a common broadcast aspect ratio. Is it A, 1024 by 768? B, 1920 by 1080? C, 3840 by 2160? Or D, 1280 by 720?
Well, I would pick fault in the question. These are not aspect ratios, they are pixel resolutions. Pixels do not have to be square. But anyway, 1024768 is not a broadcast resolution. Sorry, I am a pedant.
If anybody was going to know that, I'd say it was you, so I'm guessing that is your final answer. Fantastic, lock it in, you're right.
Well, ironically, that is close to 4x3, so actually, that actually is close to being broadcast aspect ratio.
So where are we now? We're up from the under desk disentangler. And what is
Chief pedant.
Team leader of meeting attendance. Very important role. Make sure people join their meetings every time. So, next question. You ready?
Yep.
Cloud Native Media has held a joint event with A, Cinti, B, PGP, C, RTS, D, Otis.
As I am on the UK Management Board, I must know something. So it's something. Something I couldn't join.
Fantastic. I guess that's your final answer.
I did watch it online. I watched it online.
I think that's the right answer. Thank you very much. Yeah, John Ellison apparently came and single-handedly got the lift working now. Okay, ready for the next question? Oh, where are we? Where do we get to the meeting attendance?
I was meeting attendance.
Yeah, so upper mid-level blue screen. Yeah. Blue screen rebooter. I thought that was supposed to be that. Blue screen rebooter. In March 2021. Next question, please. In March 2021, French provider OVH Cloud suffered what catastrophic event at a Strasbourg data center? Was it A, a power outage? Was it B, fire? C, flood? Or D, pestilence?
Well, I doubt it was pestilence, but I've no idea. Now, part of me is wondering about the date, and I'm trying to think what date did ChatGPT know about stuff. Is there any point in asking ChatGPT? Because I don't think it's very good with old stuff.
You've still got all three lifelines.
But I also suspect that David probably knows the answer to this, so I might ask the audience and pay attention to people I suspect might know about this kind of stuff.
So you've got your 50-50, you ask the audience, and ask ChatGPT.
ChatGPT, I can't. It was only in the last year or so it brought life, so it should know about this kind of stuff. No, but maybe not. maybe not. I think we're going to have to ask the audience.
Can we go for asking the
Then I
audience?
can blame them if I fail.
Okay, so audience, you have your clouds. Can we ask the audience, the four colours are there. So the purple is power outage, the red is fire, the pink is light, and the green is pestilence.
I'm going to go with, there's a bit of a mix there, there's no consensus, I'm going B fire.
No idea.
I'm comfortable with the audience's decision, B fire.
B fire?
Yeah.
Final answer?
Yep.
Okay. So, we asked what catastrophic event had a VH cloud in March 2021, and you said fire, and I can tell you that is the right answer. Apparently it took them 2 hours to isolate the power. There was no fire protection system.
Wow.
French. So,
we know how well data centres carry on working when the fire protection system kicks in. So.
I was going to say, like, that red beam was put in a fire protection system that ruined it. Anyway, there we go. So, you can't win either way, according to that. But I found it extraordinary that it took them 2 hours to even locate where the power was coming from. Apparently they had a power distribution room that was literally arcing across the door. At this instance. So, you know, not an installation that I think anybody would be proud of. You ready for the next question? Oh, where are we with the job titles? What have we got up to? So, military attendant, we got to get you there. I went to head of multi-viewer observation. Very good role.
Nice.
Yeah, you can manage all the people on night shifts looking at those screens. Yeah. Very, very good. So, next question. Ready?
Yeah.
I was going to say, he escalated a lot better than
Sorry, that's the industry. But it needs to change.
You always get into trouble with something new. Right. Next question, please. Neighbours, everybody needs good neighbours. With a little understanding, you can find the perfect what? Is it A, carpet? B, house? C, friend? Or D, blend?
Now, I'm thinking I could sing it to make myself help and figure out the line, but I'm going to spare you all that. I'm pretty sure it's friend.
You're sure it's friend?
Or is it blend?
Take
you made me question it now.
I didn't know Major Charles England was into it.
Do they watch Neighbours in Australia, I wonder?
I suppose about this.
Because it was a big thing. I do remember watching the first episode of Neighbours, so I did used to watch it quite a lot. So it could be friend, I'm listening for cops and inspiration. Or it could be blend. Because that would just fit the rhyme, but it's one of those things where I think you probably miss-sing it. But so I'm questioning myself.
You still at 50-50 and you still at ChatGPT.
I don't want to waste it.
Yeah,
I'm going to go D blend.
You're going to D blend?
Yeah, I'm going to
sure.
I'm going to punt on change.
Final answer?
I must have misheard those words years ago.
Everybody needs good neighbours with a little understanding. I'm not even going to try to sing it.
Yeah, perfect friends sounds
You can find the perfect. And you said blend?
Yeah, blend.
Yeah, you're right. The option's blend. Thank you. How are you feeling?
I'm relieved, actually. Corrected as well.
And where have we got to on the job ladder?
I'm glad other people thought it might be friends too.
So you wouldn't have friends. You
Friends and
wouldn't have friends.
But also you're
That's when good neighbours need
talking
good
about
friends.
neighbours, which is a collective group of people. So there would be a
Director of night shift.
Friend. Yeah.
Right. You ready for the next one?
Yeah.
Oh, this one's getting different.
Well, there's only a couple of cards left.
You wouldn't mind friend.
How is difficult by getting it? According to Gartner, in what year will worldwide spending on cloud exceed spending on other IT? Is it A, 2023? Is it B, 2024? Is it C, 2025? Or is it D, 2027?
Well, cloud always costs more than people think, so it's probably sooner rather than later. But that's a tough one. The fact that the dates, again, I question whether or not this would have been a study that came out before ChatGPT was terminated from data. I'd like to do a 50-50, please.
50-50?
50-50. Take
Yep.
it away.
Take it away, please.
Make it easy.
I don't want you to. I don't want you to get it wrong.
I don't want to get it wrong either. So, I mean, if it was only in the next year, you'd think this would have been a study from a couple of years previous. So, part of me thinks I should ask ChatGPT because I don't want to be out just before the last card. So, it would be a punt if I just guessed one.
Should we see what ChatGPT's got to say?
Let's see what ChatGPT has to say. Better that than not at all.
What?
Predicted by 2022, worldwide spending on cloud services will exceed spending on other IT. So that's not one of the options currently. So thank you, ChatGPT. But sooner rather than later makes me sway sooner rather than later.
Yeah.
I'd be surprised if we haven't actually already transitioned to that point. Everything is spent on AWS right now. Let's see those options.
This is a harder question.
2024 or 2025, isn't it? Yeah, it seems like that's a long way away, and it seems like everyone's already spending far too much on the cloud. If anything, people should rein it in and stop spending so much money on the cloud and do it other ways. I'm going to go to 2024.
You're going to go 2024?
Yeah.
You sure? You don't want to...
No, I'm not sure.
You don't want to... You can go home with being... What was it?
Who knows?
Multi-viewer direct.
Panicker.
Well, 2024 and 2025.
Yeah.
I could say, I could choose 2024. I could choose 2025. No
It's Charles from in the audience.
I'm going to go 2024.
You're going to go 2024?
ChatGPT thought 2022, so you know.
Yeah.
Sooner rather than later.
Yeah.
2024, final answer.
Final answer.
Good sound cue there.
So, we asked, according to Gartner, in what year will worldwide spending on cloud exceed spending on IT? You said 2024.
Are we going to go for a break?
I'm afraid that's the right answer.
Oh, you're joking! Oh, damn it!
That means you're up.
But I think because the next question is so amusing, I just want to ask the next question. That's the audience.
Hold on a minute.
Oh,
So
we need some audio.
I say it's amusing, but I think we need to, as an audience, ask the next question. What does the T in ChatGPT stand for? Is it A, trouble, B, technology, C, trial, or D, transformer?
We've got the colours on?
Yeah. What do you think?
Colour it in. That's the audio.
Colours.
Can we also, for the win, see what ChatGPT?
Oh yes, we must.
It's not one of the options. It's not even one of the options. So what are we going for? What are you calling?
D.
So yes, it is the generative pre-training transformer. But even it doesn't know what it's called. So,
Well, he's got the last one right.
Ed,
So you get nothing in this game.
Ed, you get nothing in this
Why are
game.
you sniffing your clouds?
You just get nothing. Ed, you came here with nothing. You're going to leave with nothing. But you are. What was it we got to with the job titles?
Chief Night Shift
Chief
Panicker.
Night Director of Chief
My
Night.
hands.
So, congratulations. So I think we've had a lot of fun, and I hope everybody's enjoyed themselves. What we do need to do, probably, is wrap this up and let David come and talk about some of the technology that did and didn't work tonight. We can have a short break. So, 2 minutes, use the bathroom.
Not in 2 minutes.
Thank you.
Grab a beer, and we'll be right back in 2 minutes. Thank you very much.
The lift's working, we'll be going. Well,
And again, thank you very much to Ed.
yeah. Call the lift before you come up.
That was fun. I think actually, on balance, those questions are harder than you would expect. What do you think?
Well, they were harder, but also...
Well, it's always harder when you're a bit, you know.
When you're in the chair.
I could do most of yours.
Of course, yeah. The host and the two contestants.
I'll give you a.
Someone mind taking it? Would you mind taking it?
Can we put the...
hang on.
Shall I stick a lapel?
Can we do a backdrop for a photo?
Yeah, use
I can't see the screen.
Okay,
Press the presentation button.
I'll go hold this.
Oh, you can hold that up.
Oh, well, in that case, I'll do those as well. Thank you. How come I've got two? Oh, no, I've got two.
42.
Sorry. Stand by. Sorry.
42. The highest common current. And then if they're going to watch it, they watch it.
Thank you so much.
Now, back short.
It's not branded. Why is it not branded?
I mean, the point was. So we have 3 sets of 10.
I'll have the graphic. It won't be coming through the HDMI. Unless it's... Well, it would, but the story is that then it's not the resolution of the... I won't cut to it anyway.
Am I still on? No, that's me. Yeah, I'll just introduce you.
Let's just do a check with David first.
1, 2, 9, 7, 3, 1, 8. Professionally printed cards.
We ordered 50, we seem to have certain.
Some people went to smoke, we can probably just get going.
You're a philosopher.
Well, thank you very much. Please make sure you finish off the beer and the pizza, because my fridge gets too full of beer after these events. It's a long way to carry it home, and really my liver complains about drinking it all. So let's not do that. So thank you very much for coming and staying and doing all the things you're doing. Hopefully the smokers will be back. Or clicker. You need your clicker. You need my clicker.
I need your clicker.
I didn't realise you wanted my clicker. So I think thanks to Jessica and Ed. I think we're going to share. We say you come with nothing. We're going to share some of the question cards for them to take home with them. As mementos. Obviously, Jessica will get the red bean one.
My Christmas do is a comedy club by Little Tales.
I'm going to frame it and put it up in the TX suite.
So David and his team have done an enormous amount of work to make tonight happen. Making these things and everything else, as well as lots of much more sophisticated tech. Not all of it worked, but obviously we had a good fun. It's a demo. It was experimental. Some of it worked, some of it didn't. I think, but David is going to talk to us about how it worked and how it happened. And I think we're all very excited here, because I don't think even I really know how it worked. So please, over to David.
Cool.
Hello.
So, David Atkins, Trade Design. Paul proposed an idea a couple of months ago, and I seem to manage to talk myself into supporting it and trying to and produce a lot of this natively in the cloud.
It's my fault, is it?
I'm blaming you primarily, yes. So, can I make the clicker work, one way or the other?
Yeah.
Right. So, yes, Trade Design, formerly Suitcase TV, and screen subtitling as it was back then. I still think that's a better name. We can't agree if their changes, can we?
we've been looking at live production and how it's done with big trucks of equipment and racks and all the other stuff that goes into it. It's big, it costs money, it uses electricity, it has to be moved around, it's expensive to run, it's expensive to buy. It's a bit of a nightmare, really. So, cloud native media seems like the right way to go. Surely that's got to be.
Interconnect had to be DI on the end of it, really. There's no other choice.
This is based around an API, and we want to be able to make this work with anybody's product, and we want as much of it as we can to be open source as well. So we're trying to be embracing that side of things. The aim here is to provide very fast communication between processes, containers, across multiple hosts as well as on the same host. So we don't want it to be trapped into one EC2 instance, we want it to run on as many as you need. We want uncompressed media because none of you want generational losses in your production processes. And we want zero CPU overhead because why are we paying AWS to move our data about if we don't have to? And we want low latency so that we can get the product out of the door as fast as possible. So the route we're going down builds on technologies like Amazon's Elastic Fabric Adapter, the EFA, LibFabric, which is kind of what this is built on anyway, and all of that comes down to things like NVIDIA, Mellanox's RDMA technology. So this is incredibly commonly available, and it just works in the cloud. Not many people use it. And it's a standard Ethernet technology. There's nothing that special about it if it's been implemented correctly in your hardware. So no special purpose hardware that we can avoid. So the goal tonight, well, we're going to have 3 or 4 cameras in the room. We do have 3 cameras running at the moment. We had a latency on the encoders we're using. We're using cheap, off-the-shelf encoders for security applications, so they're just generating an RTP stream. We're feeding that into TX Edge, kindly supplied by TechX. So that's how we're getting the data out to the cloud from the building to help us protect the streams that goes out. Better encoder, low latency. It's pretty much all of that's in the encoder. We're feeding this up to our cloud environment, and I'm not sure where the laptop out comes in, but anyway, oh sorry. So one of the things we want to be able to do is to compress this in various feeds. So we get it to the cloud, we decompress it, we process the whole thing uncompressed, and then we have multiple streams of content coming out to operators, a competence feedback to the room, and out to YouTube. So that's the plan. Audio, today we were going to mix it on the same setup we had here because we always had to have a backup plan for today to make sure we could go live. Audio is coming into the system, but we're not actually handling it completely yet. And then we're using Singular Live, which you'll have noticed from the little logo at the bottom of the screen, which we're integrating into the kind of tools that we're doing as well, so that we can have a very practical solution for that. And then there's a video switcher and a Kia or overlay engine to allow us to put the graphics on in the cloud. So, very simple model we're working with, lots of inputs, as many as you need. It could be 1, it could be 20, 30, 40. We're then doing processes which take the data that's coming in off of our VDI. I tend to call it a bus because I'm an old school hardware guy, but so the VDI bus of data is in there. That's all this low latency content. We put it into a process. We then do whatever it is we do. That might be overlaying graphics on it. It might be changing the size and shape of it. And then at the output, we're going out to various forms of transmission to get it to the other end. So it's very simplest. We're actually still running these things here at the moment, so it is actually all ending up in our cloud environment. We just weren't happy with the stability of it to take it live. So we're putting that out. It's decompressed. We're timestamping that so we can then keep everything in sync as it moves through our environment. these lovely cheap encoders don't really have great clocks on them, as I'm sure various people will point out. But you know, you have to cope with what you have at the time. And that's just being fed into this plugin that we have. And that plugin is designed to work in a whole variety of applications, so we've made that as common as we can. So one of the things we're using for this, and I've got some screenshots of where we were earlier today. So we have a compositor that generates the view that the operator will see. So what we do is to guarantee synchronization of all the feeds when they hit your browser, we put them all in the same picture. So we're assembling everything time synced in our server environment in the cloud, and then we render that and stream it down to the client. So the compositor does that, and it just grabs as many feeds as it needs to, scales them and drops them into a picture. Singular, again, very simply just overlaying it. Singular gives us a key and field signal, so we can just overlay that on the signal as it goes through our platform. So we had both the WebRTC streams we used for getting it to the viewer, to kind of the operators, so that's used to get us low latency. And then also we are possibly still streaming this now to an alternate feed on YouTube. So I'm not sure what the actual latency on this transmission is, but ours came out at about 26 seconds when we're timing it earlier on. So, which I think is in the ballpark. My memory is it's between 50 and 30 normally. We're using WebSockets as our control plane. So we have a broker that sits in the middle, receives messages from everybody who's transmitting, and various users of the system will have different topics they're listening for. So think MQTT. This allows us to distribute the messaging, again, in a very low latency, very transparent way. It will go through your firewalls in the business because it's just over HTTPS. And nothing we're doing outside of the video streaming is anything other than HTTPS across the board. This is actually the unreadable view of it that we've been working to for the last 5 or 6 weeks. And actually, you know, we had just about everything going. It just wasn't sufficiently stable for us to use this tonight. So we will come back to that. The laptop that was feeding the screen here was being, in fact, is still feeding up through another RTP encoder, so we're taking the output of the laptop in for that. We would have taken the graphics in from Singular directly in the cloud if we'd been running on our platform. So earlier on, this is 6 o'clock tonight. We actually had the view in Sheffield because the guy who's working on the mixer control side of it is sat in Sheffield, working remotely. So he had 3 of the camera feeds. He had this feed on here. Up and running in a web page, and it is a web page even though it doesn't look like it because we hit F11 and made it go full screen. I can't say it's a web page anymore. But the goal here is to make this work on a phone, on a laptop, and a tablet. We don't want to care what device you have. We don't have to tell you what to use. So far it's worked on any platform that we run it on that has a modern web browser on it. Internet Explorer is, I'm afraid, out of scope at this point. So in addition, I don't know if you recognise the shirt, if your retina can stand it at all. But yeah, so this again is early. This was actually clicked out of the YouTube live stream that we had going out. But again, there was just glitches. It's not something we could have taken to air in all conscience. So we actually got to this point here. This was always going to be slightly optimistic, but we have learned a huge amount from doing it and working with Paul and co to make this happen has been really good for our people to understand the pressure of it, because we've only got software developers. They don't know how a TV production works. They don't understand the pressure of it must be ready by 5 o'clock as much as you'd like them to be. They're being agile. They'll finish next week, etc., etc. So it has been a very valuable experience. I think they're slightly frustrated as I am that we didn't quite get there today, but we will probably update people later once we have a slightly more robust approach to that. So yeah, next steps on this. The plugin will end up on GitHub. We've already done a plugin framework for FFmpeg, so we can actually make this work in FFmpeg. So if you want to do whatever you like in FFmpeg, you can come from our environment and go straight back into it, or you can go out to any of the things that FFmpeg does. We even use it internally because it just works. Why reinvent the wheel? So it will be there. There's a page up there. There's no source code on it yet because we're waiting to get that signed off from the SFMPEG side of things. They can be a bit picky about what they consider open source to be, so we want to make sure we don't upset the guys over there any more than we have to. So that's a quick whistle stop through it. Any questions? If anybody's interested in then talk to me afterwards, you can probably find me on LinkedIn. So
yeah, question. What was your primary problem?
Microphone.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Was it a secret? Oh, sorry.
It's not funny saying on.
So it's not necessarily.
That's better. Okay. Yeah. So you're. Did you figure out what was your main problem in streaming?
Time.
Oh, it wasn't actually a technical problem. It was just.
No, I mean at one point it was working beautifully this afternoon, but they rolled it across another instance and then didn't quite get all of their commits right, and it wasn't the right size, so we didn't quite make it. So we haven't found anything insurmountable yet.
Okay.
Yes, you can always do that software development. There's another mountain around the corner.
Someone else? Yeah.
So would you look to kind of expand this and build in some kind of redundancy, like hot failover or anything? Is that, or are you just building this for tonight?
No, this is an ongoing thing. Tonight is just I've been calling this a technology demonstration rather than a product launch, very consciously, because it's not about a product launch. We're aware of several use cases for this technology. This is a useful focus to bring it to a point where you can go, I've got all these bits that work. I don't think we'll sell this as it stands for a while yet, but along the way we've built some really useful modules that can go straight into production.
And are you locked to AWS or are you cloud agnostic?
We are very anti being locked to anything. So we want to support any platform, including anything on-prem. So we'll be looking at microcloud very, very closely tomorrow to see exactly where that takes us. And we can run this on a single host. So Docker Compose it up will work, right? We don't want to be built into something that makes us only work there. There are so many different use cases of this kind of technology. Being locked in seems stupid.
Thank you.
Question from back there.
Anyone else? Oh, David.
I'm not sure I want him to have a microphone, but we'll go with it. So.
You're not the first one to say that. No, it's like you were saying. This is more of a tech. This is more of a tech demo or a sort of tech preview.
Yeah.
And I think tonight's quiz was quite successful. So I think we'll be doing it again. So hopefully you'll be back to help us with the next one. And so then we'll be able to see a technology preview at that stage as well.
Yeah, we have 250 question cards left that we didn't get. Somehow we got over-ordered on, so we could do another 6 episodes quite easily.
Exactly.
Whether you like it or not.
And so the audience will be able to see how that's progressing. Yeah, the previews are progressing with the next quiz.
Yeah.
Yeah, great. Thank you.
Anyone else? Oh, Ed.
Oh, yeah.
Got to really go.
Very good.
So I'm trying to understand what the framework is. So you mentioned RDMA, and in September somebody had an event where Ian Fletcher from Grass Valley talked about the Grass Valley AMP platform. Richard Cartwright from Matrox talked about their new Origin platform, both of which use Rocky RDMA over Ethernet to exchange uncompressed frames of video in an agreed format between systems running on their platforms, but obviously they're walled gardens.
Yeah.
Do you see this as more of an open source kind of mechanism to exchange uncompressed frames of data across software systems running in a fabric?
The only way I can see the industry will take up a technology is, can they build something for it in principle, which means it can't be behind a wall. If you're in cloud technology and you take something you can't build for, what on earth are you doing? It makes no sense. We haven't worked out a commercial model for the whole thing, but we want the interfaces to be open so people can get in and out of it. We don't want the traditional, you can't have that protocol because. We want on GitHub, you can go and build your stuff, right? FFmpeg will work with this. There are other tools that work with this, and we're already working with several other suppliers. We've done an NDI plugin for it already, so we can do NDI now. We can do support the deck tech cards. So there's a whole raft of technology we can support, and some of that we will supply open source, some of it we might not be able to due to various compliance things that get tied up around it. But we'll make our bit of it that allows you to take a frame of data, push it into the platform, open source on GitHub, right? If you do make that work, there'll be examples of colour bar generators and things so you can actually see how to build something. Okay. But yeah, that's what cloud native is, isn't it? Is the ability to keep the platform open and stop people getting locked in. Yeah. Right? So.
Fantastic. Anyone else? Yeah? Okay. All right. I'm going to put this down because you normally complain that I still wave this down.
Yes.
Yeah. That upsets you, doesn't it? David, thank you so much. It's been fantastic, and thank you, of course, to our contestants, Jessica and Ed. That's the phrase. So, as I say, we're going to dig out some of the question cards. I think, Jessica, you know which question card you're definitely going to take home. But we'll pick out some of the question cards for those of us to take home, and you know, hopefully we'll do this again sometime. Although, you know, we might leave it a bit and just do some regular meetings. Next time. Next time? Yeah. do you know how much work went into all of this? But look, we love. Look, I really do think we love using this space, this group as a testing bed for new tech, and this is exactly what we always wanted to do. You know, we've had a few events this year where we've done various things. Andy Beale did his thing, and you know, back in February I think it was the SMPTE thing. We've had a fabulous year testing out various different things. Me running around with a cheap gimbal and all kinds of other stuff going on. And look, we don't get huge amounts of viewers on the live stream. We don't even get that many viewers afterwards. But the point is, we're playing with this tech, we're experimenting, and I think, you know, one of the things that I think we always thought about this event was that live is an exciting area, and if we can get live production to a space where it's actually cheap and accessible, then it unlocks a whole load of creativity. And you know, obviously you can do live on YouTube, you can do live on Facebook, but most of the content that's out there is single camera, VOD, video monologue, sort of VJ type stuff. And what I think we could do on YouTube and other channels do with live stuff is really do some exciting live content that's low budget, that's accessible to anyone to go and make, and we could really see some creativity coming out. Because like that live, real-time appointment to TV, we see Big Brother come back. I think there is a real, you know, there's a real craving for it. Yeah.
And there's more streams, there's more everything out there. So I think I think we're all interested in what's coming as well. So if you've got something that's coming,
yeah,
do come and show it to us if you possibly can, because I think the more we share this stuff, the better it will get. I must say an extra thank you to Paul for being very accommodating and hosting. We've been in 2 or 3 times over the last week to do various bits of tech rehearsal. We had a dress rehearsal on Friday where Paul learned to not laugh at any of the questions or answers. I think you should appreciate how hard he did that tonight.
So we'll be look out for our Christmas drinks event, 14th of December. We'll be announcing a venue for that, and obviously we'll be back sometime in January. So thank you very much. We'll be at the 1 ton. There is a slide at the end. Whoever is doing the slides, you can switch to my slides. We'll try and put a slide up with the maps of 1 ton for those who don't know. If not, just follow people. What I would ask you could do to help us tidy up, because there's a lot of packing up to do tonight, is if we can make sure all the rubbish goes in the black bags. You know, we do support recycling at Cloud Native Media. However, the local rubbish collection is not that great, so we just need to shuffle rubbish in the bags. I'm sorry, I'm really sorry. So we just need to shove all the rubbish in the bags. We will take it downstairs. We need to put it out. I think various other people know what they're doing in terms of resetting the room. So thank you very much for coming. It's great to see you. I hope to see you on the 14th. Otherwise, have a great Christmas, and we'll see you in January. And subscribe on YouTube.
Yeah, so that's very important. You want stuff like this. Right.
Yeah, give it a taste. Yeah.
I might see you again before Christmas.
We'll see how quickly we can get out.
So, how did you go on?
Great, yeah, you go.
It was so much fun.
So we need to know the first question.
Every day.
Yeah,
that's all.
Can I help with any de-rigging?
Probably, if you want to help, make yourself known to this weekend downstairs. Downstairs?
Nice to meet you.
Yes, yeah, I'm Anissa. Hi, nice to meet you.
I'd like to just say hello. So,
Yeah, a couple of us. Lorenzo and Kenny as well.
we like nice to be
Yeah, exactly, yeah. All the avatars.
yeah, no, that's
So, what question did you?
normal role in the industry is to do